What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Well, we have traffic. It's not LA traffic, but it is still traffic. I was really hoping not to hit it, but that didn't work out as I left work a little bit late. Anyways, today I wanted to talk about taking shit for granted. I'm sure we've all done it, and I just kind of wanted to talk about that. Recently, I came to realize some things that I've been taking for granted, and then it put into perspective a host of other things that I've taken for granted. As I'm sure we can all relate to it, I figured, what the hell, why not make a topic out of this? So let's go ahead and get into that shit.
This one's dedicated to all the hackers. Yo, even out, settle scores quick. Our disaster recovery requires even more discs. Put your bytes up, prove it or you forfeit. Got my C64 and we blew it into orbit. And Bison with 8 straight.
So recently, I went to a security convention. And I know this sounds like not what I said I was going to talk about, but it ties in perfectly. Recently I went to a security convention called TorCon. If you're into information security, you like computers, it's definitely something I would recommend checking out, as it's pretty cheap, and it's here in San Diego. But before that, a couple months before that, I went to another security convention, which is the largest computer security convention in the world, essentially, called DEF CON in Las Vegas. And that was awesome. And I'm not sure if you guys know, but hackers, they love to drink.
Drink all the booze, hack all the things. Drink all the booze, hack all the things.
We drink a lot of alcohol, and a lot of parties, a lot of fun. So these conventions that I go to, I've been going to for years, probably almost 10 years now. And a majority of that time, I've paid out of pocket to go to these things. I paid out of pocket for a hotel, I paid out of pocket for the ticket, obviously for the food, and all these things. And when I first started going to these conventions, I'd meet people whose companies would pay for it, who would pay for them to go to all these conventions, to pay to go drink, and just have fun doing what we do. And security is one of those things where you're constantly learning, and you're doing it because you enjoy it. You're not doing, you don't get into computer security because, it's just a career you pick. No, you get into it because you have a passion for it, you enjoy it, you enjoy learning constantly, and you enjoy challenges. That's why you get into it. And so, to get paid to go to these things, I was always jealous. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little hater, I drank a little hate. And I was like, man, bullshit, I always have to pay for this. I wasn't in security, but I was in IT, and I thought, man, they should pay for this, and it's cool that they gave me the time off, but to go, obviously, using vacation or whatever, but still, it's not the same, And without thinking, I went to DEF CON, and without thinking, I went to this TorCon, and I realized that I have been taking for granted the past 3 years of me going. I haven't paid. My work is paid. I just go, hey, I'm going to this conference, and then they pay for it. And I was I came to, I was sitting there, and I was like, huh. I'm at that point where I was like, holy shit, when I first started coming and I was jealous, now I'm not even thinking about it, and I'm coming for free. I don't have to spend the money for the tickets and stuff like that, and it kind of, a little light bulb in my head kind of went off, and I'm like, holy shit, man, you've been taking this for granted. And I really have. I really was. The fact that I met a goal to work and have it paid for, it's a really awesome thing to experience, to have your work pay for something that you enjoy doing and that you would do whether they paid for it or they didn't pay for it. Pretty freaking awesome. And that led to me thinking about all the other things. The fact that I get to ride a motorcycle, not only a motorcycle, but a Daytona 675. The fact that I have a wife, I have kids, I have a family, I have a job, and I make enough to support my whole family, And it kind of one thing led to another, and I just kind of realized how much we take for granted, And And it just kind of bugged me in the sense of like, man, I really should have been more appreciative of a lot of things. The cool thing is that not being as appreciative doesn't really take away from the enjoyment from the experience that I've had. So that's a great thing. The only thing that I think you get from appreciating it and realizing the fact and not taking it for granted is that you're more mindful of some of the experiences. You're more maybe open to opportunities because of the experiences that you're having, you know. And you might do things just a little bit different, you know. It's like it's just like when, you know, if someone gives you something, you know, it's cool and it's awesome, right? But if you work for it and you've worked for that particular thing, it's a much more deeper enjoyment than someone just giving it to you, right? And I think me taking it taking advantage of it versus actually recognizing the fact that I put in work, I put in time and effort to get me to the position to where my work pays for it, you know, that's something different. And I don't know, I just wondering, like, I'm sure we all experience in some way or another. So I'd love to hear what your guys is taking advantage of it. And if this is the first time you're like sitting here and you're listening to this and you're going, huh, holy shit, yeah, you're right. You know, you're getting that aha moment. I'd love to hear it. You know, put it down below, man. Let me know what's that thing in your life that you either know that you've underappreciated, or you're just really coming to the realization that, I'm taking that for granted. I'd love to hear that shit. Anyways, like I said, I got a new mic. I'm gonna keep it short. I don't know if this video is even gonna come out because I don't know how the audio is gonna come out. But if it comes out and you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button down below. And if you're a new subscriber, definitely go ahead and hit that subscribe button right over there. And check out some of my other videos down below. I'm sure I've got something that's going to entertain you.